Hey guys, this is God of Politics. I'm going to tweet a brand new video, but before we get started with this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But in today's video, I will be doing another episode of my redistricting prediction series. And in this video, I have a very interesting state, a swing state, a state with very interesting congressional districts and very interesting dynamics coming into this redistricting process, and that is the state of Wisconsin, where there are currently 3 Democrats and 5 Republicans, but there is a Democrat representing a district won by President Trump, that is Ron Kine in Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district. And you can see, if you look at these different data sets, that Wisconsin has had many different shifts among the different elections. Of course, if you go to governor 2018, this is a district that Tony Evers won in 2018. If we go to Senator 2018, we can see that Tammy Baldwin still only won 3 districts, but came very close in the other 5. We can see that in President 2016, Hillary Clinton only won 2 of the districts, but then we go to a same election in the, or a different election in the same year, we can see here that Russ Feingold performed much better in the 3rd district, whereas he performed much better in the, what district is this? The 5th district, I believe. And so there are many different things that we're going to have to consider going into this redistricting process. And the first thing I think that is most important is the fact that there is a Democratic governor and a Republican state legislature. And it's a Republican state legislature that is pretty heavily Republican. That's in part due to gerrymandering and also in part due to the fact that the political geography for Democrats in Wisconsin is quite bad. And that contributes to Democrats also only having 2 congressional seats. If you look at this, you can see here that, many of the Democratic votes are centered in Madison and Milwaukee, where they net hundreds of thousands of votes, and then they get a decent amount of votes in these other places, but it's not going to amount to a Democratic congressional district, and that's the main problem that they have. But the thing that we have to consider is that Tony Evers, Wisconsin State Legislature, they disagree a lot, and they're not likely to agree on this. And what's most likely going to happen is the Wisconsin Supreme Court ends up drawing a map. And what usually happens when courts draw a map is it ends up being very similar to the map that exists currently. And so the thing that is probably going to happen is a court draw map. But some people have said state legislature is going to try and do a redistricting thing through a resolution, which means that the governor can veto it. I really don't think that's going to happen, and even if they try to do it, it would just get struck down and you'd have a court draw map anyway. So I think that they'll end up just going for a court draw map after they can agree, because Tony Evers is going to want to get another Democratic district, or I guess keep the Democratic district in Wisconsin's 3rd in the western part of the state, as well as making the 1st district closer, because at the moment it is quite gerrymandered, whereas Republicans are going to try and shore up all their incumbents and gain this 3rd district here, which isn't actually very difficult to do. But let's get into making this map. I think that the easiest way to start with this is to just do the 4th district. I mapped out where all the incumbents live. The 4th congressional district incumbent lives in Milwaukee, so I'm just going to fill in all of these other precincts around the area in this county here. It still needs about 100,000 more people. Milwaukee is a big city. It does make up a sizable chunk of this county. So if we just add the rest of these precincts over to here, it's probably going to look something similar to what it currently does. And part of the reason that the political geography is so bad for Democrats in Wisconsin is you've got this Milwaukee area, which amounts to around 1 congressional district, and then you've got these heavily Republican suburbs just outside of it. So it makes it very difficult to make a Democratic or an additional Democratic district. And combining that with Republican gerrymandering makes it even more difficult. So we need about 50,000 more people here, which we should be able to do quite easily if we just add these precincts to the district. We still need about 30,000 more people. If we just add this area down here, we need about 10,000 more. Should be quite easy to do if we just add these precincts to the district. Maybe one more. That should be good. Actually, we're going to have to fix this area down here. Let me just add this precinct. We could probably add these 2 precincts as well. Might be a bit easier, and then take away a couple of precincts over in this area. Again, it'll look something similar to this. It's not exactly accurate, but it will look something similar to this. And then we should probably just add some of these precincts along the water here, but that's going to be just basic. So if we just add these precincts here, it should be good. So that's what the 4th district is going to look like around the Milwaukee area. It does pack a lot of Democratic voters together, and it makes it much harder for other Democratic districts to exist. But the court is going to draw a map that keeps Milwaukee together and keeps this as compact as possible. So the next district I think that's easiest to do is to go to the 2nd district, which is around the Madison area. Now I'm not going to bore you by actually drawing this, but I'll be right back when I do finish making this district. So I have finished mapping out the 2nd district here. It is the 2nd most Democratic district in the state, probably going to be the only other Democratic district in the state. It is 70% Democratic, almost using President 2020 numbers. It takes Madison and the surrounding counties, which are quite blue, including taking some of the blue cities in this county over here. I think the next one that we should probably do is have the 1st district, which of course you have the incumbent living in quite a liberal city and a liberal county, but it is going to stretch into some more conservative areas. So it's going to take Kenosha and Racine County. And we can see here it's only R plus 3.6 percentage points. But what's going to happen is it's going to take these more very, very, very conservative areas of Waukesha County over here. So if we just add these precincts to this district, you can see it gets pretty Republican pretty quickly. So I finished drawing out the 1st district, and you can see here that it is, substantially closer. And, the 4th district in Milwaukee may end up taking a little bit, different precincts than this. But I do think that the 1st district is going to get closer because the court draw map isn't going to gerrymander it the way that they did. And I think that it may take the 1st district may take a couple of different precincts in, Rock County over here. So I do think that it will be slightly closer, about R plus 6 in 2020, but the incumbent here is not going to have any trouble winning. The next district that I need to do is the 5th district, which I do think is going to take the rest of Waukesha County, some of Milwaukee County. It's going to have to stretch up over to here because that's where the incumbent lives. So I do think that it will take these 2 counties over here, and then it's not going to have enough space to take up all of Washington County. But I do believe that they'll have it take a probably substantial amount. So if we just have it take all of these precincts over here, it still needs about 20,000 more people, which we should be able to do again quite easily. So if we just add these precincts here, we have about enough people for this district, and you can see here it needs 1,275 more people. So if we just add these precincts here, maybe add this precinct as well, there is the 5th district. That's probably what it's going to look like. Still pretty solidly Republican, R plus 17, though it is much closer than it was before. The next district is going to be the 6th district, which is going to take the rest of these counties over here, which makes it very, very solidly Republican. Then it's probably going to stretch over here into Columbia County, Marquette, Green Lake, Washura, Winnebago County, Calumet County. It's probably going to take all of those counties over there, as it does in the current map. It takes all of these counties over here, and then it needs about 10,000 more people, which we can pretty easily get just from these counties over here. And again, this is just giving us a rough idea of what these districts are going to look like, not an exact idea. So if you say, it's going to take these precincts in this county, it's not supposed to be exactly right. I do make more exact predictions, but it's hard to do in a 10-minute video. But this is just to give you guys somewhat of an idea of what these districts are going to look like. So that's enough for the 6th district there. And then the next district that we're going to have to do is the 8th district, which is centered around the Green Bay area. If it takes the rest of these counties over here, it's going to turn Republican pretty quickly. And then if we take the rest of these counties over here, it has about 15,000 too many people. We'll fix that at the end, though. Then the next district that we're going to do is the 7th district, which is just going to take all of these northern areas, most likely. We can probably have it take Menominee County. Have it take some of these precincts over here. Needs about 11,000 people, so just having it take a couple precincts over here shouldn't be too difficult. And again, this is going to be a court draw map. Maybe it looks a little different to this, maybe it looks a little nicer, but the Republicans do have a majority on this court, or the conservatives have a majority on this court, so it's not going to be exactly what Democrats may want, though there have been some rulings that have been better for Democrats. So we will see exactly what happens, and it does take a significant chunk of that county, but the 8th district is now sorted out, and it's pretty solidly Republican. But this precinct needs this district, I should say, needs about 500,000 more people, which it is probably going to get from these northern counties over here. I don't think it's going to take Eau Claire. Actually, that's 40,000 too many people. We should probably just combine it with this 3rd district here, sort this district out, which is probably going to take all of these precincts over here, all of these counties. Still needs 300,000 more people. Probably going to take Eau Claire, probably going to take Pepin County, Pierce County, Dunn County, Clark, Chippewa County, So it needs about 30,000 more people. And you can see here that it's R+7. So it is pretty solidly Republican. And I'm not sure exactly what county it's going to take here. Maybe it takes Taylor County and then splits Wood County. I'm not exactly sure, but it will probably end up looking something like this, which is not good news for Democrats, not good news for Ron Kind. I don't think that district is going to change very much, but I think it's going to become a little bit cleaner looking, which in effect does hurt Ron Kind. So if we just add a couple of these precincts over here, these precincts to the district, it's actually maybe a little too much. But if we just add these to the district, actually I'm probably just going to take this town, put it back in the 7th district. And then the 3rd district needs 15,000 more people, so we can have it take these precincts over here. Have it take these precincts in the southern part of the county. Still needs 11,000 more people, which again shouldn't be too hard to get, but it is taking quite a bit. 6,000, 5,000. Over here, it can take these precincts. That should do it. 3,000. Hold on. Take these counties out of the district. All right, so here we go. 851, 641. All right, that's good enough. So this is probably what the map will end up looking like. Something like this. Again, the 1st district will probably be more Republican than this. The 3rd district will probably be less Republican than this. Overall, it does look pretty similar to the current map. And again, this is not to be an exact map. This is not to be a map, that's taken as 100% accurate. But I do think that this is a map that's probably going to end up being at least somewhat similar to what the map ends up looking like. And you can see here, it's pretty similar. So anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But again, guys, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.